Hello and welcome everyone to Rampage Racing episode 11. Today we'll be on the artillery course and the races will be the Hulk by Iptok, Slow and Steady by the Gemma, Blue Devil by a Nickel, Blackbird by Fipeoli, Moser by Charodon, and the Axolotl by Chromoid. With the exception of the Axolotl, all of these races will be retired after this race. So it may be a little while for episode 12 to come out, depending on how many people build new races, but I hope to build something soon, so we should be able to continue. Anyway, let's get this race underway, and see if the Blue Devil Speed will win it, or if some other racer can take the lead. Also, why is the Moser doing that? Strange. Anyway, the Blue Devil is very definitely taking the lead, but it just took a hit from something, and that looked rather serious. That must be 30 meters, I guess. Should be fine. Slow and steady. Giving chase. Blackbird and Axolotl. Oh. That doesn't look great. We'll see how the Axolotl does, but the Blackbird has managed to recover. Is the Hulk moving slowly? And I have no idea where the Moser is. Let's check the map. It must have already died. Wow. Okay. Well, let's see what's going on over here. Slow and Steady is making its way around the island. Going quite fast. And the Blue Devil is already very far into the race. Let's see how high above the water it is at the moment. That accident earlier did get it launched rather high. Ah, now it seems to be doing fine. Okay. Yeah, no problem with that. Wasn't actually an accident earlier. I think the Slow and Steady wanted it. Speaking of, let's go and take another look at it. Simple lasers firing at one of the submarines, it looks like. Here comes the Blackbird. Firing its particle cannon. And I do see more particle cannon fire over here, with the Axolotl having recovered. And, well, at least partially recovered. It doesn't look very fast, but it's still moving. It's an explosion. Let's see what that is. The explosion had something to do with the Blue Devil, that's for sure. There's another explosion elsewhere. Right. It's recovered. Must have hit a mine. Yeah, you can hear that the engines are damaged. Let's see if it hits a mine here or if it's going to be safe. No. Alright. Not exactly a flawless race, but that is first place for the Blue Devil by a nickel. So first place, 4 points. Let's wait. Yep, there it is. Alright, continue mission. Now it is armed, so I should turn off its weapons AI. There we go. I'm going to teleport back. Let's see. This is a Slow and Steady. Alright, Slow and Steady is in good shape. And is that the Blackbird? It is. Doing alright. And here we have the axolotl, which is still in the race as well. The Hulk is not going very fast at all, but it is moving. So we'll see how it does. Particle cannon shot from the axolotl there, presumably aimed at one of the submarines. I think the slow and steady is, yeah, there it is. Shooting the mines. Doing a good job of it. Alright, second place for the slow and steady.
Turning off.
Very nice. So second place, 3 points. Well done. Let's see who's going to get third place. Blackbird seems to be having some problems with the terrain right now. Yeah, that doesn't look good. If it stays in that position, it won't be able to move from it. Yeah, this may be the end for it. It's pretty heavily damaged as well. May actually be able to destroy this bunker though. That would be interesting. Let's see what the other racers are doing. There's the axolotl. Is it already past this point? Why is it moving like that? Must have been damaged by the terrain. There's also something wrong with the Hulk over here. All of its propulsion is underwater and those balloons aren't quite capable of getting it out. That is somewhat unhelpful. Let's take a look at the Blackbird. Still stranded. Its weapons have no recoil, so it can't push itself off this island. And killing this thing isn't going to be much consolation. Meanwhile, at the finish line, I think we've lost the Blue Devil. And only the slow and steady is still around. Yeah, let's see if it's actually dead. Yeah, the Blue Devil is dead, but it finished, so that's all good. Alright, let's take one more look at all of the entries. So apparently the Moser died over there. Actually, no, it may not have. I had to scrap an entry because I made a mistake with spawning earlier. May also be that. The Hulk still stuck. Axolotl presumably still moving in circles. Let's see. Yeah, it's been doing this for the past minute or so. Does it have materials to repair itself? No, it does not. The Hulk does still have materials. The Blackbird does not, so it's safe to say that the Blackbird is out of the race. The Axolotl probably as well. And let's take another look at the Hulk. Is there any way for it to get out of this position? I wonder what got it into this position in the first place, because it looks looks completely undamaged. Let's pause. Yeah, it's just that all of its propulsion is submerged. Now, if these thrusters at the front here were firing, that could do the trick, but they're not. No. That's a shame. That means that the Hulk and the axolotl, oh yeah, very definitely. Yeah, the Hulk, the axolotl, and the Blackbird have all stranded. So they get 1 point. The Moser died. Sadly, I missed it. But, well, it's just the way it is. So that's 1 point for all of the stranded entries. No points for the Moser. 3 points for second place for the Slow and Steady. And, of course, the winner is the Blue Devil by a nickel. So congratulations to a nickel for winning the race on the artillery course. Now, with that said, as mentioned, there aren't a whole lot of entries around. There are a bunch of other tournaments that will start not too long from now, so I imagine that's where most people's building time is going. So it might take 2 weeks for episode 12 to come out, but I'm not closing the tournament just yet. Anyway, with that said, I'll see you in episode 12.